Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tassif, and it is so early in the morning that I am not sure who else will be tuning in. Uh, by the way, if you're watching this and you are in the central time zone, then you know it is 6:01 a.m. And in the Pacific time zone, it's still quite early. People may be sleeping. Eastern time zone, I think people are starting to wake up if they have not done so already. Anyway, my friends, I wanted to start this live stream quite early because, I told you I wake up early. No matter when I sleep, I wake up early. And so I woke up and I was doing some reading. I was looking at the news, what's going on, and started thinking about different topics, different issues of the day. Kushi is here. Hi, Kushi. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the like button, Kushi. Thanks. So I woke up, I was reading some news, and I I was thinking about the House majority. We have right now, here we are. This is December the 3rd. The election was on November 5th. And even after all these weeks, we know that even after all these weeks, we know that there's still one race. I think that's a race in California that we still don't know the result. We still don't know the result of a House race, a congressional seat race in California after all these weeks. And naturally, if you are a concerned citizen, you're going to be wondering what in the world is going on? What in the world is going on? After all these weeks, the election was on November 5th, and here we are, December 3rd. We're starting the day, December 3rd, and there is a single House race, and we still don't know the result of that race. We still don't know the election outcome of that particular House race. And let me tell you which one this is. This is California's 13th congressional district. This is California's 13th congressional district. Okay? And we don't know who the winner is in that race. I'm actually going to look this up. Okay. California's 13th congressional district. Let me tell you. Okay. And why is that? Okay. I'm looking up this information. Hold on. Wow, lots of people coming in now. Thank you. Let's see. I'm going to tell you more about this district here. Okay, so Congressman John Duarte is the incumbent in that congressional district. Okay, Congressman John Duarte, and he is. Hold on, I gotta look up this piece of information. So, yeah, as I was saying, Congressman John Duarte is the incumbent Republican in that House race, and Adam Gray is the Democrat who's running against, well, not running anymore, who ran against John Duarte. Okay, Adam Gray is the Democrat. John Duarte is the incumbent Republican House member in that congressional race. And here we are, weeks later, we still don't know who the winner is. I mean, is it possible? I mean, this is the United States of America. We are a superpower, the most advanced, industrialized country in the world, the superpower. And we have in California, this is, I mean, we're talking about California, a big state, lots of people. And in one House race, after all these weeks, in spite of all the, I mean, California is still counting votes or processing votes. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Katie is here. Alexander. Okay. And others. Truth. Katie writes, did you hear Trump 100% tariff to any country that joined BRIC? Yes, Katie, I actually talked about that. I actually talked about that in a podcast episode. You have to just go and look up the podcast episodes I published over the weekend. And yes, I have talked about the fact that Trump has said he's going to impose 100% tariff on any country that joins BRICS or supports the creation of a currency to compete with and to replace the US dollar for international trade, okay? So yeah, I did talk about that, but let me continue with the conversation here, and I'll review that in a minute. So here's California's 13th congressional district, still counting votes, still processing votes, and I don't know how that's even possible after all these weeks. I mean, we're not talking about statewide races. We're not talking about statewide races. We're talking about one congressional district race, one House race. And how is it that California is still counting votes? I just don't understand that. But anyway, that's a Republican seat, and there's a Democrat challenger. So if we lose that, we lose an incumbent. If we lose that, we lose an incumbent. Now, right now, the Democrats have 214 seats in the House. The Republicans have 220. Hold on. The Republicans have 220. Do you know how many seats are needed to have a majority? Do you know how many seats are needed to have a majority? The Republicans have 220. I don't know how many people are tuning in this morning. So I don't know if somebody will answer my question. Not a lot of people here. It's so early. Okay, I'm going to give the answer if no one wants to. $218 seats are needed to have a House majority, to have the majority. 218. and the Republicans have 220. And so that means the Republicans have a very slim majority. 218 needed to form the majority. The Republicans have 220. So it's a very slim majority. Now, if we win this one, the California House race in the 13th district, then we go up to 221. It is still going to be a very slim majority with 221. Now, if we don't win this House race, if we lose this incumbent, the seat that a Republican incumbent has, then we remain at 220, and the Democrats will have 215. It is going to be an extremely, extremely, extremely slim majority. Either way, if we win and we go up to 221, slim majority. If we remain at 220, very slim majority. And what does that mean for overall governance going forward? It means that if there are disagreements within the party on any legislation, it's going to be very challenging. We cannot afford to lose votes in the House when legislation come up. We know that for any bill to become a law, it is important to have strong agreements among the party members in both chambers. In both chambers, the Senate and the House. For a bill to become a law, that legislation, that bill has to pass the House, pass the Senate, and then be signed into law by the president. Now, thankfully, we have the Senate majority, but still in the Senate, we don't have 60 votes. We don't have 60 votes in the Senate. The Republicans have 53 seats in the Senate, but not 60. I wish we had 60, but we don't. We're far away from 60. We are at 53. So we have the majority, but we don't have the 60 votes that are needed for a lot of things in the Senate. Okay. The Senate is a chamber that has a structure that requires bipartisanship. Okay. It's been designed. It's been designed that way. Hold on. Let's see. The Senate is structured in that fashion that it would require bipartisanship. And so, there are many things we need the 60 vote threshold for, and Republicans don't have 60 votes in the Senate. They have 53 seats in the Senate going into the new Congress, not the current Congress. The current Congress were a minority. In the new Congress, that's what I'm talking about next year. But in the House, things can be more challenging to manage because with 220 seats, possibly going up to 221, or even if it stays at 220, it's going to be quite challenging because there may be important legislation coming to the House for a vote. And if we lose a few members, if a few members on our side say, oh, they don't support that bill, then that may not pass. So with a slim majority, that's always the challenge, that if a few people disagree, if a few members say we don't support this legislation, then we may not get a majority vote. So that's the challenge. Okay. It just makes it more challenging, more difficult for Speaker Mike Johnson to govern, to basically lead. Okay, if Speaker Mike Johnson had a sound majority, let's say like 230 seats. If Republicans had 230, I'm just making that number up. Some could say 225, some could say 240. I'm saying, all right, 230 seats. If we had 230 seats in the House, that would be so good. But we don't. We have 220, possibly 221, once this California House race, the results are announced. But some people are saying, the Republicans may lose that one. So if we do, we remain at 220, which is so slim. So slim. And so any legislation comes up for a vote and a few of the Republican members say, we don't support that, then that will not pass. That's the challenge of having such a slim majority. All right, I just had to get this wire connected for my charger. Michelle's here. Hi, Michelle. Ken is here. Ken, good morning. So good to see you, Kushi and Ken and Michelle and Katie is here. Okay. So just on a different topic. I got 2 questions this morning. Katie asked, Trump 100% tariff on any country that joined BRICS. Yeah. So I published a podcast episode on that. Gianna is here. Hi, Gianna. By the way, make sure you hit the like button as you are joining, please, my friends. Yes, I did talk about the announcement. My phone's buzzing. Hold on. Actually, that's my tablet that's buzzing, that's making sound. I don't know why. Hold on. All right, sorry for the distraction. So yes, I published a podcast episode on that topic. Trump said he's going to impose 100% tariff on any country that joins BRICS or tries to create an alternate currency to move away from the US dollar for international trade. And I like that decision that Trump made. Really, I mean, the United States, we are the global superpower. Our US dollar is what is used for international trade. And if there are countries out there that are trying to come up with a different currency to compete with the US dollar, to replace the US dollar in international trade, we cannot allow that to happen. So Trump said, hey, BRICS countries, if you try to create BRICS or some other currency to replace the US dollar, 100% tariff. Forget selling your products in the United States. I support that. I support that. We have to take a firm position on this issue. And with Donald Trump, with Trump in office, he's going to be coming in. With Trump coming into office, we are going to be in that strong position. We are, with Trump coming into office, we are going to be in that strong position to say, we will not allow other countries to take advantage of us. And really, BRICS, look at what does BRICS mean? How did this name come to be, BRICS, BRICS? There's no K, all right? I don't think anyone's getting confused, but I still want to clarify. There's no K, so it's not the brick that people use for construction, for building houses and creating structures, right? The bricks used in construction, all right? Brick and cement and all that. No, that's not this. This is BRICS, BRICS. There's no K. And BRICS is Brazil, that's B, Russia, that's R, India, that's I, China, that's C, and South Africa, that's S. So Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. That's how they came up with the name BRICS. And then there are some other countries also that are BRICS allies, okay? There are other countries. Their letters have not been added into the name, but there are some other countries who are part of this BRICS initiative that they have, okay, to try to create a currency for international trade, a currency to replace the US dollar. Okay. And so Trump has said, you try to create BRICS, you get 100% tariff. And what does 100% tariff mean for a foreign country? If USA imposes 100% tariff on a country, that country, I mean, basically won't be able to sell products in the United States. I mean, how can you with 100% tariff? So, I mean, just look what Trump did with regard to Canada and Mexico. I mean, Canada is our ally, okay? Mexico, we do a lot of business with Mexico, but we demand that both Mexico and Canada cooperate with the United States, that they cooperate with the Trump administration to secure the border. And Trump said 25% tariff. This is a negotiating technique to make Canada and Mexico come to the table to negotiate, because we need their cooperation. And Trump said 25% tariff. And look, Justin Trudeau, he flew from Canada to Florida to meet with Donald Trump after hearing that Trump may impose 25% tariff on Canada. That brought Justin Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister, that brought Justin Trudeau to the table for a discussion. And so imagine what would happen if Trump says, hey, I'm imposing 100% tariff on Brazil or India or China or Russia or South Africa. What would it do to those countries? And so, and we know, I mean, somebody might say, oh, that's never going to happen. 100% tariff, that's never going to happen. But we know that Trump does what he says he will do. And Trump is not saying that he is going to start imposing 100% tariff on day one in office. He's basically saying if you try to create BRICS, this new currency, or you support some other currency to replace the US dollar in international trade, there's a big if. If that happens, if countries try to do that, then Trump will impose 100% tariff. So it's sending a strong message that, hey, do not try to do this. Do not try to do this. Okay? So that's the message from Trump, and I support Trump. We have to maintain the strength of the US dollar in international trade. We have to keep the US dollar strong and powerful. And we have to continue to maintain our leadership position in the world. Yes. So that's my thought. Those are my thoughts on that issue. And Ken asked me thoughts on pardon of Hunter. Ken, thank you for that question. I did do a podcast, not a podcast episode. I did do a live stream on that. Okay. I did do a live stream on that. So what Biden gave his son Hunter, what Joe Biden, the current president in the White House, I mean, Joe Biden, a president. I mean, just calling him president, it's a strange feeling. I mean, when I think of president, I think of power and strength and leadership. That's Donald Trump. He's a real president. So Joe Biden, just calling him president, it just feels funny. We don't see leadership from Joe Biden. But anyway, what I will tell you is Joe Biden gave Donald Trump a full and unconditional pardon. Joe Biden gave Donald Trump, Joe Biden gave Hunter Biden, that's the, sorry, I misspoke. That's what happens when you're doing early morning live streams right after waking up. So Joe Biden gave Hunter Biden a full and unconditional pardon. A full and unconditional pardon. Okay? He gave his own son a full and unconditional pardon. And that is not something that should be happening. That is not something that should be happening. But that's what Joe Biden did. He gave Hunter Biden a full and unconditional pardon. And, this is an example of the Democrats basically using their power to protect themselves. Okay? This is an example of Democrats using their power to protect themselves. See how the justice system has treated Donald Trump. See how the justice system has treated Donald Trump. Think about that sham New York trial. Think about Donald Trump's mugshot in Georgia. Think about all the... Hold on. think about all the lawsuits and all the legal challenges that the Democrats have been throwing towards Trump. And 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 that conviction in that New York trial, okay? That conviction, it was a sham trial, that New York trial against Trump. Okay? So the justice system has treated Donald Trump very, very unfairly. Would you agree with me that the justice system has treated Donald Trump very unfairly? And then you look at Hunter Biden. He gets a full and unconditional pardon from his father, Joe Biden. Full and unconditional pardon. From his father. His father gave him a pardon. By the way, my friends, please like this video if you're watching this. You gotta like this video and subscribe if you have not done so already. If you want to support this channel, please subscribe and stay connected. Okay? Subscribe, my friends. Thank you so very much. I don't expect there to be a lot of people because it's such an early morning live stream. Plus, it's like, I know it's not officially winter, but it feels like winter. I mean, it's still pretty dark outside. It's 6:33 a.m. and quite dark outside here in Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin. And Joe Biden had said that he would not issue a pardon for his son. He said one thing, he did something else. He said he wouldn't pardon his son, but then he did. Hold on, my friends. Okay, so he said one thing, he did something else. Joe Biden said he wouldn't pardon his son, and then he issued a full and unconditional pardon. Pardoned his own son. This is an example of the Democrats using their power to protect their own family, to protect themselves. I mean, think about it. Think about it. By the way, my friends, if you have questions that you want to ask me, please do so. Please ask me questions. Okay? Please ask me questions. And, you know, the American people can see it. That's why, I mean, this is exactly why the American people rejected the Democrats this election. This is exactly the reason why the American people rejected the Democrats. All right. You know, we cannot have, hold on. Okay, I'm going to block this individual named Sam Forbes because of um, some really bad language that's being used. Should I block Sam Forbes? Okay, should I block this person, Sam Forbes? Okay, yeah, let's do it. All right. Okay, blocking Sam. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Some of the comments that Sam Forbes made you even haven't seen. I saw it on my end because YouTube put a hold on that comment because of the language. Okay, so yeah, I mean, what you saw, there's more beyond that. Okay, so this individual wrote some stuff that are pretty bad. Okay, yeah, that's the only language I'll use. Bad. I'm not going into details. I just blocked that person. Do you support my decision to block that individual named Sam Forbes? Let me know. Let me know if you say, toss, if you did the right thing. Okay, K-Doc says yes. Kushi says absolutely. All right. By the way, my friends, how's your morning going so far? It's quite early, right? What time is it where you are? What's the time right now where you are? K-Dog is asking, where's your tea? I haven't had tea this morning. I pretty much just woke up and I didn't have tea right away, okay? K-Dog says 6:28 p.m. All right. K-Dog is in a different time zone on the other side of the world. Ken says 6:38 a.m. All right. All right. Oh, Michelle, you're recovering from bronchitis. That is so sad to hear. You have bronchitis. Okay. Well, Michelle, we wish you a speedy recovery, okay? We wish you a speedy recovery, Michelle. Oh, Ken is in Appleton. All right. Michelle, wishing you a speedy recovery. Bronchitis is it's painful, causes a lot of suffering. So I hope you recover smoothly and swiftly. Kushi says leaving for breakfast. Okay. Yeah, I have to have breakfast too. I just woke up, started this live stream, so I haven't had my breakfast yet. I haven't had my morning tea yet. Conrad, is it your first time on this channel? I don't recall seeing your name previously. By the way, please let me know if this is your first time watching my live stream. You can just say first time. If this is your first time, just say first time and that'll explain it. And please subscribe, my friends. Ken says I'm getting ready to go work at a food pantry. Oh, okay, Ken. So, Ken, question for you, and I know this answer um, from just learning about food security issues, but are you seeing um, an increase of people coming to the food pantry for their food? Are you seeing an increase, more traffic at the food pantry? That that I believe is the case throughout the state because of inflation, because of rising prices. People are struggling, and food pantries have seen higher traffic, more people coming to food pantry um, to to get food. So are you seeing the same thing, Ken? Let me know. I'll wait for an answer. Yeah, okay. Ken says yes, we have a lot of people coming in over the past year. Yeah. Yeah. Michelle says yes, 100%. Yeah. So I have this is something that I have previously written about, food insecurity. It's a huge issue. Um, hold on, I'm gonna show you something here. Mm. So it was back in May of 2020 that I wrote a letter to the editor of the Capital Times, and the title was Ensuring Food Security Must Be an Ongoing Effort. I'm going to share that with you here. See, you can click on that link. It's a Capital Times letter published in the Capital Times. It says, ensuring food security must be an ongoing effort. And I wrote this 4 years ago in 2020. And so take a look at that if you want to. I don't know if you're able to click on that link. But that's a real challenge. A lot of people don't have food. A lot of people don't have food. So many households, many families, especially families with small children or senior citizens, they're struggling. They're struggling. So, thank you, Ken, for working at a food pantry, for helping out. Thank you, Michelle, for helping out and working at a food pantry. Mm. Wow. Yeah, I'm reading Ken's comment. I understand how severe the problem is. I trust me, I understand how severe the problem is. Anyone who goes grocery shopping, you understand how severe the problem is. Okay? I mean, this is the Biden-Harris economy. This is the result of the Biden-Harris economy. Food insecurity. And really, you don't have to hear it from anyone else. If you work at a food pantry, you see this. You are seeing the problems with your own eyes, right, Ken? Right, Michelle? Michelle says, I'm doing what God called me to do. We all need help some days. That is so correct, Michelle. That is so correct. We all need help in some way, shape, or form at some point in our lives. So, some people need financial help. Some people need, some spiritual guidance. Some people need just some words of comfort. And so everyone has some need, okay? Even the wealthiest of the people, okay, those who have abundant wealth, even they need something. Maybe they just need love. They just need a friend. Yeah, K-Doc says a friend. Yeah, there could be people out there with tremendous amounts of money. They can buy anything they want in the world, but maybe they don't have real friendship in their life. Or maybe they don't have a supportive family. Or maybe they don't have people they can trust, right? So, really, everyone has need. And then you may have a loving family, you may have great friends, but maybe you don't have money. Maybe you don't have food on the table. So you need to reach out for help. And anytime somebody reaches out for help, as a society, as a society, it is our responsibility to help. Okay, you can't always help with money, but you can help with some good words, some sound advice, some other forms of support, right? And if you can help with money, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I believe if God has given you wealth, it's for a reason. Okay? The wealth may be in your bank account, but it may not be entirely for you. I think with wealth comes a responsibility that the wealth should be used to help other people in society. People think of wealth as, okay, God has given me so much of wealth, it's for me to enjoy. No, if you are wealthy, of course, you can buy nice things, buy a nice house, buy a nice car, enjoy your money. There's nothing wrong with that, but also understand that with wealth comes a responsibility to help others. God may have given you the money, but God may also be waiting to see how you use that money. Are you helping out those in need? Are you helping out the less fortunate, the underprivileged in society? That's what I believe. If God has given you the power of words, you must use your words to help others, to heal others, to provide comfort to people, to provide guidance to people, to make them feel good. You know, if you have the ability to write, use it to improve things in society. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Yeah. I mean, listen, there's a reason why I do these live streams. There's a reason why I do these live streams. Okay? I felt, and I have been feeling this for quite a while, I felt that God has given me the ability to write. And I have been writing for many years. I use my writing to craft poetry. I use my skills to write poetry. I use my writing skills to write about social and political issues because I want to use my power of writing to share the facts with the world, to highlight problems, to identify solutions, to propose solutions. And I decided, hey, listen, I have been speaking in front of people for a long time. And actually, this is I must give you the complete picture. Truthfully and honestly, my mother always wanted me to speak, to be able to write. When I was a small boy, she had a desire that I would be able to write, use my language to do something good for the society. Okay, she always wanted me to be a writer. And so, as I grew, I think it's a mother's wish and prayers. I became a writer. I did. It happened. Okay. I think God listened to my mom. Um, and then she wanted me to speak in front of people. And I have done many speeches in my life so far. Many speeches in person, on stage, in front of a room. I've done lots and lots of speeches, but I wanted to use technology to take this further. And my mother, she wanted me to have a platform through which I can reach people beyond my city, beyond my state, on a large scale. And so I started live streaming. So I started publishing videos because this is like a stage. I may be sitting in a room, but this is a stage. I mean, yeah, it's early morning, so we don't have as many people as we usually do in our live streams. But it is a stage. Right now, so far, more than 400 people tuned in to watch this. Okay, yeah, the number on your screen may be low, only 10 people are watching right now, but more than 400 people tuned in to watch this, and I've had a high of like 105,000 and beyond. So this is a stage. I may be sitting in my chair, in my room, but it is a stage, and I'm using my voice, and I'm using my words, and I'm using my ideas and my thoughts and my observations to reach people and to highlight the facts, to share my commentary and analysis. There's a reason why I do this. I do this because God has given me certain talents and skills, and I'm using that to improve society. Okay. And so really, I mean, we all have to ask ourselves, okay, what is our gift? Do we have the ability to speak, the ability to write, the ability to use, our physical labor, our bodily strength to improve society? Do we have wealth that we can use to improve society? Do we have some other skill? I mean, really, no matter what you are, whether you live in the country or the city, wherever you live, trust me, God has given you something that you can use to make the world a better place. Absolutely. I do it through my speech. I do it through my analysis. I share the facts. I highlight the truth. K-Dog is asking, do you stream at a specific time daily? No specific time. I've got such a busy schedule. It's hard for me to maintain a specific time. If I say 9 p.m., there are days when at 9 p.m. I may still be outside. I may still be at a meeting, at 8 p.m. Maybe 9 p.m. I'm driving back home from, some other community. So it's just hard for me to give you like a specific time. Okay. So I usually do it at night. Anyone who has been watching my channel, I do live streams at night. But I also, like today, I woke up in the morning, I was reading the news, even before having breakfast, even before having my tea. And, I thought, what, let me let me go and do a live stream because there are things I want to talk about. So yes, the topic today originally was the House majority. We have a very slim majority, 220 seats in the House. If we win the outstanding race in California, it'll be 221. If we don't, then we remain at 220. You need 218 to form the majority, so 220 is a very, 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 very slim majority. Extremely slim majority, and it's just going to make it difficult to accomplish things in this Congress if the Republicans don't stay united. So let's say Trump supports a certain legislation, okay? The Senate approves that legislation, it comes to the House, or maybe we're waiting for Senate action, a legislation comes to the House. Trump signals that, hey, I support this bill. But if there are a few Republicans in the House who say, oh no, we're not going to support it, then it would be extremely difficult, maybe impossible, for that legislation in that current form to be passed in the House and to then head over to the Senate for a vote. Okay, there may have to be amendments and changes made. So really, it's just like we've got this agenda that we have to implement, which is the America First agenda. And Donald Trump needs strong allies in the House, in the Senate. And with such a slim majority in the House, it's just going to become more challenging to get things done. That's the reality. So it's going to become more challenging to accomplish things. That is the truth. And I'm telling you the truth. Of course, I'm very, very happy that we have a Republican majority in the House. We have a Republican majority in the Senate. Not right now, but going into New Year. A Republican majority in the House, a Republican majority in the Senate. And it'll be Donald Trump in the White House. So we have a tremendous opportunity to accomplish a lot of things. But what happens if there are disagreements? What happens if there are disagreements among House Republicans, among Senate Republicans? If Donald Trump says, hey, I support this legislation, just whatever legislation, okay? Speaking in hypothetical terms. If Donald Trump says, hey, I support this legislation, if it comes to my desk for my signature, I'm going to sign it into law. And in the House, if we end up seeing that a few Republicans are saying, no, we don't support that legislation, then we're not able to do what we need to do to implement the America First agenda. Ken, you're leaving? Okay, Ken. Well, thank you for being here, Ken. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ken. Same in the Senate. In the Senate, you need 60 votes for a lot of things, and we don't have 60 votes. For a lot of things, you need 60 votes. We don't have that. We have 53 going into the new Congress. Right now, we don't have 53 because we're still in the current Congress. I'm talking about, next year, new Congress. Minnie is here. Hi, Minnie. Thanks for being here. And so, my friends, so a slim majority can be a very big headache. And I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you what to expect going into New Year. With such a slim majority, things are going to be pretty tough. It's going to be very challenging for Mike Johnson to to manage this slim majority. By the way, my friends, if you have not subscribed yet, please do. Please do. Please subscribe if you have not done so already. Minnie, good to see you. So, excuse me, my friends. Hold on. All right. We are 1 hour into this live stream. Amazing how time flies, right? Early morning live stream here. Do you have any questions for me, my friends? Anything you want to ask about the slim House majority, about anything else, any other topic? Somebody is writing something in foreign language. I don't understand. Sorry. You have to write in English, okay? You have to write in English. I understand. So English, and then Bengali is my first language. So if you write something in Bengali, I'll understand that. Okay. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish or French or German or other language. Okay, so if you write something in Bengali or in English, I'll understand. Michelle says, I'm sure I'll think of something through the day, Tassif. Well, thank you, Michelle. Michelle, how is the weather in Florida? It's here in southern Wisconsin. It's a pretty gloomy day. Pretty gloomy day. Okay, the morning is quite gloomy. I'm looking at the sky, not a lot of sun. Okay. All right. Okay, my friends. So if you have nothing else to ask, I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to go have my breakfast and my tea. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here, my friends. Thank you so much. I am concerned about the slim House majority. And, you know, this is something that we'll probably talk about in the future. Michelle is writing, for me, it's cold, 34 degrees. What's the temperature in Madison? Let's see. It's 24 degrees in Madison right now, 24 degrees. So we're 10 degrees colder, but it feels like 18 degrees. And I'm talking in Fahrenheit, okay, not Celsius, obviously, Fahrenheit. Because 34 degrees Celsius, Michelle, would be pretty hot. 34 degrees Celsius. Now I know we use Fahrenheit in the United States, but the place that I grew up in, the country where I was born and raised, Bangladesh, over there they use Celsius and not Fahrenheit. So anyway, Fahrenheit, Michelle, is 34 degrees in Florida, where Michelle is. Over here in southern Wisconsin, in Madison, Wisconsin, it is 24 degrees, but it feels like 18 degrees. All right. Okay, my friends, thank you all so very much for tuning in for this live stream. Oh, Republican teams here. Well, anyone who's here for the first time, would you say anyone who's here for the first time? Okay. All right, my friends. Thank you so very much. I will be back with more live stream, more videos, more commentary. And as I said, Um, let us all use whatever God has given us to make this world a better place. If you've got wealth, resources, use it to help people. If you have got other talents and skills, if you can speak well, if you are an artist, if you are a builder, an engineer, a doctor, you're a teacher, whatever. Um, use your talents and your skills to make this world a better place and to help others. Okay, so thank you so very much, my friends. I appreciate you all being here, joining me this morning for this live stream. um, I will end this live stream now, but I will be back again with more videos and more live streams and more podcasts and more commentary. So my friends, thank you so very much. May God bless you all. May God bless our president-elect Donald J. Trump, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you, my friends. Have a great day.